In this video, I'm gonna share with you guys 7 different stretches you can do for your legs after your workout that's gonna hit every single muscle group to help promote blood flow, increase recovery time, and help prevent injury on your next workout. If you're new here, my name is Hudson and my goal is to help you become more functional and fit. So if you enjoyed this video and want more just like it, hit that like button and subscribe. Now I recommend hitting each one of these stretches for a minute each, but if they focus on individual limbs, perform 30 seconds on each limb. But if any of these stretches are really uncomfortable or tight for you individually, I'd perform these stretches for a couple extra minutes to help lengthen that muscle and decrease any stiffness you have in that area. Now without any further ado, let's get right into the stretches. So for our very first stretch, we have couch stretch, which is gonna focus mostly on our hips. In this stretch, find some kind of surface you can bring your foot on top of and bring your knee towards the floor. From here, you're gonna squeeze your abs and squeeze your butt and try to open up the angle of your hip for a really deep hip stretch. You might feel it in the top of your quad as well, because that's also a hip flexor muscle, so that's okay if you're feeling in that area as well. But when you're here, stay nice and upright, have a nice calm breath, hold 30 seconds on each limb. For our second stretch, we have saddle, which is gonna focus mostly on our quads. This is a very intense stretch if this is new to you, so putting yourself onto your shins. If you can't lean back just yet, that's okay, you can stay upright, but as this stretch gets better and better, the more you do it, you can start focusing on leaning back more and more until you can get to the point where you can lay all the way flat on the floor. However, if this is a really intense stretch for you and it's way too uncomfortable to hold on to, I would do a traditional standing quad stretch in place of it until you can get to the point where you can do a saddle. Next, we have wall hamstring stretch, which is gonna focus on our hamstrings. So I really love this stretch because it's very passive. You can stay totally relaxed and really get a good stretch in your hamstrings. So you can find the corner of a wall, you can find a doorway, place your leg flat up against the surface, bring your other leg flat out on the floor, and have a nice calm breath staying relaxed in this position, 30 seconds each side. Now for stretch number 4, we have frog, which focuses on the adductor muscles, which are the muscles on the inside of the thighs. So from here, bring yourself to the floor. You're gonna widen your knees as far as you can comfortably, bring your elbows towards the floor, and then push your hips slightly back towards your heels to feel a pretty deep stretch inside your thighs. Now, if this is a too extreme stretch for you, bring your knees a little bit closer, but if it's not too bad, you can widen your knees a little bit. Hold this stretch for about a minute, but don't push it too extreme where it's really painful. Just find a spot where you feel a really good stretch, but it's nothing too much too soon. Now for stretch number 5, we have pigeon stretch, and this one's mostly gonna focus on our abductor muscles, which are the outside of our legs, as well as our TFL. So for this stretch, you wanna have your front leg in a 90-degree angle as close as you can get. You wanna have your back leg extended behind you. Try to have your hips as level as you can so they're not shifted one side or the other. And then keeping your spine long, you're gonna slowly lean forward. Make sure you're not rounding your back and just collapsing over because it'll take away from the stretch. If you keep your spine long, it'll help you get more out of it. If you feel this one in your knee a lot, you can bend the angle of your knee a little bit and take away from that 90-degree angle, and should alleviate some pressure on your knee, and the stretch will definitely get better and allow you to get back to that 90-degree angle as you do it more frequently. Now for stretch number 6, we have figure 4. This one is similar to pigeon, but it's more so going to focus on our glutes in particular. So for this stretch, you're going to bring yourself flat on your back, you're going to have your foot above your knee, reach through, and then either grab your hamstring or your knee and then pull it in towards your chest. If you grab your hamstring, it's a little less of a stretch. If you need more out of the stretch, you can grab your knee so you can get a little more of a pull in there, but be nice and relaxed and passive in this position. You should feel a really deep stretch in your glutes. Now for our last stretch, we have down dog, and this is a really great stretch for your calves. So in this position, you want to try to drive your head as far through your arms as you can and get your head as close towards your hips as possible. You're going to press hard into the floor with your hands so your elbows are locked out, and then you're going to put a lot of your weight into your feet so you get a good stretch in your calves. Now you can do both legs at the same time. You can teeter back and forth. You can put one foot on top of the other foot and give all your attention to one side at a time. However you want to do it is totally fine, as long as you are focusing on pressing into the floor, keeping your back flat so all of the pressure is in your calves and maybe your hamstrings as well if they're pretty tight. Alright you guys, and there is my 7-minute leg routine you can do after your workout to help promote functional muscles and keep everything from getting too stiff or tight or injured. Again, if you guys like this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more, but check out these videos I have to the side, because if you enjoyed this one, I promise you'll enjoy those as well. If you want to show your support to the channel, check out the links down below for discounts on my favorite fitness products, as well as a code for discount on our merch. Thanks so much for watching this video, you guys. Let me know what you want to see in the next video down below in the comments, and we'll see you soon.